What's good, y'all? It's the Kid Faseworld, and you already know I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Woo!
My homie died in my arms. I was a jit. We was just lit. We ain't never fight over no if he would move, I would.
All right, so we got Faseworld jumping off the porch with us today.
Thank you for having me, man.
Nah, no problem, man. I appreciate you coming by. How you feeling today, man?
I got a good spirit today, man. It's a lot of good things happening.
Okay.
Life turning around, so.
There you go, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's finally getting chilly too, man. I know you from up
couldn't
top,
wait.
so you
I couldn't
used
wait.
to that.
I couldn't wait.
Definitely, man. All right, so talk to us about being raised in Brooklyn, man. What was that like for you? What were you into as a child, man?
Man, I'm from East New York, so I ain't gonna lie, like, I got involved with a lot of stuff, mainly out of boredom or freedom or single parent home. So I think I probably had like 8 lives. I probably did a little bit of everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was the typical life in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Gangs, drugs, that's all we seen. So you kind of adapt to it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So when would you say you jumped off the porch? How old were you then?
Man, see, I've been jumping off the porch my whole childhood, but I always kept like one foot on the step. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I don't know. I always been a hustler. I would say I really jumped off the porch when I joined the military.
Okay.
Because I needed to get out of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And that was the quickest way.
Nah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about this near-death experience that you had when you were younger?
Oh, man. You guys do research. Nah, when I was younger, my best friend got killed in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I actually should have been hit too, but that was traumatic for me. That's a traumatic thing that happened for me. So, yeah. Woo, you do your research. Woo!
How old were you at the time?
Man, I was 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
True. So how did you deal with that mentally? That's something very difficult to, witness.
I mean, I would say now that I learned a lot of stuff in life, I'm more so dealing with things that I didn't know how to deal with. Just used to sweep everything under the rug. You gotta play tough, you gotta be tough all the time, so you can't think about things that really happen too much.
Yeah.
So I would say more so now I'm, after being in the military and having kids of my own and learning how to deal with things that's in my head and let it out another way, I would say now I'm kind of like just now getting over it.
Oh, wow.
or dealing with it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So you end up going to the Navy, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why the Navy over everything else, man? What was the Navy offering, or what attracted you to them?
Man, initially it was supposed to be the Marines.
Okay.
But the Navy was the only branch that said they would let me come back home. Cause I told you I always keep that one foot on the porch. So I went in the Navy and then they ended up stationing me in Jersey. So I was like 30 minutes from the crib, so I was still good. I ain't leave yet. So yeah, they kept their promise though. The Navy kept their promise, so yeah.
So did you ever get deployed overseas?
Man, I've been deployed a few times. I've been in the combat on ground, and then I've been in combat, on the ship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
On the ground or on the ship?
Let's start with on the ground, because that seems pretty more intense, huh?
The ground, that was scary from landing in Iraq. It was scary. But eventually, you get complacent. So me and the team, we eventually got over it and it became a normal day. But at first, it was a scary experience because people were still dying, bombs were still being thrown on the base. People was, you come from the gym and get hit. Yeah. So that experience actually changed my thought process. It made me mature faster than in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And what about being on the ship then? What was that like?
That was much easier. That was better because you like in the middle of the ocean, so you could watch everything just go, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't down there with them. So the ship life is a lot better in that sense, unless the ship is under attack. I didn't have that experience, so. Yeah. But I'm sure there's Navy people that did. Yeah,
I'm sure that's terrifying too, because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
So how long did you serve in the Navy?
I did 7 years.
Okay. So why did you decide after 7 years that was enough?
They sent me to Iraq. That was it for me.
Oh, that was it?
That was it.
So you weren't expecting to be sent there?
No, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see being in the Army, like, you know what I'm saying? They basically put us in the Army. I didn't see that coming, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad I experienced it, because I always did want a little peace, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm an American guy, like, you know what I mean? I want to go to war, you know what I'm saying? So to get a piece of that and to have that under my belt, it was big for me, because you can't just say, oh, he was on the ship. Yeah, he ain't did, you know what I'm saying? I got a piece of both, so
yeah,
it worked out.
Definitely, man. You know, a lot of people come back and they suffer from PTSD.
Yeah.
Did you suffer from that as well?
Yeah. And honestly, music helps me a lot with PTSD. That's kind of what made me stick with music. It was a heal. Man, you could feel the difference. You could feel it, the healing, like every time, like just staying involved with music in some faction. You know what I mean? It makes the PTSD better. Yeah.
So how far back does your music journey begin? Like, when did you first start making music for yourself?
Man, honestly, I've been making music since I was a kid. Cause my pops, he was a rapper, drug dealer out in Brooklyn, and he was so dope, man. I just used to take his demo everywhere with me, and I just started writing on writing my own raps, my own songs, and then he ended up managing me.
Okay.
And we had a little bit of fame then. Like, I was able to be on TV, you know, we went on the radio, we did all kind of things. So I knew, like, I was gonna be a part of music for the rest of my life. I just didn't know how it was gonna pan out. Yeah.
So were you rapping while you were deployed then as well?
Man, we made them trash albums. Man, sometimes people try to play that stuff, like, please don't play that, please stop.
Was it just like the quality of the recordings?
Man, everything was bad, everything. Like, it felt good then, but humble beginnings, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So who'd you grow up listening to? Who were some of your favorite artists?
Lil Wayne, Yo Gotti, man, Boosie. I like a lot of, it's crazy because I'm from New York, but I like a lot of Southern rappers. Of course, I love my New York rappers, but a lot of the Southern rappers kind of like, I kind of took on that and was able to kind of mix it with New York a little bit. So, I don't know, they beats was always better to me. Like, you put it in the system, it's booming harder. I'm like, come on, man. So yeah, I liked a lot of them. Jay-Z is, of course, number one. Jay-Z is number one in my life. I don't care what he do, I'm backing him up.
So did you focus on music as soon as you came home from the Navy?
I was actually, to be real with you, when I was in the Navy, I was doing shows. I had started a label and everything when I was in the Navy, just learning the business. And another big influencer for me was 50 Cent, so I kind of followed his footsteps. Like, I had my own water and everything. So that was like in Virginia. I was, making my moves, started my label. Then I started getting a little buzz, and I hit the road, and it started conflicting with the Navy schedule. So I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice eventually. Yeah. But it wasn't a hard decision, because I ain't going back to Iraq. So.
Nah, for real. I don't blame you on that one. So how'd you get your rap name?
I've been had that name. My name was always Faseworld.
Okay.
They used to call me Face, and then my label was Faseworld Entertainment, which Faseworld was my name, but I eventually made it Faseworld because it was hard to find Face in Google. Mm-hmm. So when you Google Faseworld, the past stuff, present stuff all pop up. So it was just a business move for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your creative process like now? You still writing, or do you freestyle and punch in?
I write. But I've been noticing that it's easier to just do it off the fly, because I own a studio, so I ain't really, you know what I mean, being clocked for studio time. I could take 2 weeks, 2 months on one song if I want to, you know what I'm saying? So my process did change. Like, I don't sit with a pen and pad. It's times I can only write with my phone.
Yeah.
And yeah, punching in, you know, that's a little better because it's a natural feeling. Like the next bar is something you felt at that moment. You might have felt a certain way when you was writing that you don't feel today, so it ain't gonna come out on the track right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my process is pretty weird.
No, I got you. So what do you feel like brings out the best out of you and your music right now?
Everyday experiences. Cause I'm a big time entrepreneur. I want to say that. Like, I have a couple of companies. You know, I got 2 U-Hauls, a beauty supply store, and a recording studio. And just dealing with people every day is just every day is a learning experience for me, man. I'm just learning something every day, whether it's dealing with people's attitude, dealing with what people want. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's a good side to be on. So it helps me a lot in my music, like what I want to talk about, what I want to cover, how I want to move, like a lot of shit like that.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some of these businesses, man. Let's talk about the U-Haul. We see the hat on it, man. So you out here rapping for it too.
Yeah, man. I'm a strong believer in repping all my brands. Like any brand I'm involved with, I rep it. Like a lot of times people be grinding so hard that they don't even understand what they have accomplished. Like they don't take the time to reflect. Like, you know, we running a race, but you get right here, you done been through some shit and you accomplished some shit, but a lot of people don't give themselves credit. So that's the stage I'm at, you know what I mean? I'm like, look, I've been with U-Haul about 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? Like all my brands, like I want to be involved. I want people to know cause you could be in a room and people will look at you like, this ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? And you could accept that, or you could just let people know who you are, you know, what you involved in, so. Yeah.
So how does one get into the U-Haul business? Do you have to buy the trucks, or did they supply them for you and you just ran them out? How does that all work?
It's a franchise, you know what I'm saying? So they'll you know, after you go to U-Haul University, they'll give you the trucks. You know, they'll start you off with like 1 or 2 trucks. And you know what I mean, you work it from there. It's everything's a hustle for me. So
for sure.
You give me 1 or 2, I'm gonna turn it into 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at right now. We got like 10 trucks.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so.
No, that's what's up, man.
Anybody want a U-Haul, hit me up. I got you, I'll help you.
And you're based here in Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir. Stockbridge, Georgia.
Okay.
Yep.
So what brought you down here and how long have you been down here now?
I've been here about 7 years now.
Okay.
Honestly, I came here on some lies, but when I got here, it was like, you can't go home now. You can't go back home now. I'm not going back home unless I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say that, I'm not going back to being poor. I'm not going back to, you know what I mean, getting involved in the same shit I used to be involved in. I'm not going back to that. So until I accomplish what I came here for, you know what I'm saying, I ain't leaving. I can't go home, so that's what happened. I was in the rock and the hard place, and I just had to, you know what I mean, put on my big boy pants and make it work out here.
No, I feel that. I salute you for that too, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, so Dream House Studios, man. How long have you had this idea of opening your own studio?
Man, I had the idea when I was on the ship.
Yeah.
I had wrote it in the notebook, the whole concept, and I'll say 6 years later, boom. That's why manifestation, writing stuff down, speaking it out, that stuff is real. So like, it's times when, you know, being an entrepreneur, it's times you go broke often, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta make it happen. And like, I be feeling like it's magic. Like, I need 50,000, you know what I'm saying? It's magic, cause manifestation, writing it out, like that stuff is real.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Speak on some of the challenges, though, that come with opening your own studio, man.
Whew, where do you start?
Yeah, because we got 2 studio rooms in here, and I can tell you, it was a challenge getting this thing going.
I'm gonna start with the engineers, get that out the way. It's challenging because every engineer has their own preference. So when you got 10, 20 different engineers in your ear about a piece of equipment, like that, for me, that shit get stressful. Like, because you don't know what I gotta do to get this shit. So You know what I mean? This shit ain't just on a tree. Like, I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to trade something in. I'm gonna have to sell something. Like, I'm gonna have to do something. You know what I mean? So it was the engineers, the loyalty with the engineers I was big on, because like when we were bringing in our clients, we'll call the engineers in. And that was before I even I never touched that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just had a studio and sat at the desk and let you work. So that's how I started. That was a mistake. I'm gonna get to that though. But the engineers, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have loyal engineers, because these niggas will get in a room and try to get the clients to come record at their house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a major challenge, a big challenge with the studio. And then of course, how you wanted the studio to look, that was a challenge. Because you got people that like it a little rough, and then you got people that like it elegant. But when you get it elegant, I gotta raise the price. Yep. So it's a lot of learning curves with the studio thing. But what I did is I taught myself how to engineer, and ended up better than a lot of other engineers. Yeah. So now I don't call nobody.
Just as long as you're there.
Yeah, so if you wanna run your business through our studio, you can. Let's get money. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I run it now.
Oh, that's dope. And speak on these internships you offer at your studio as well. Okay, so I do have you know how you asked me about the PTSD? I have a program for people that's diagnosed with PTSD. You know what I'm saying? They bring their papers in and they get like free time during the week. Like once a week they get free time to come in, record, vibe out, you know. I'm big on veterans, and I'm big on like homeless people. I'm big on that stuff. So that's one of the major interns that I got going on. Another intern is basically come sweep up and take out the trash. Like, you can't touch nothing until you learn the basics. So that's the other internship. You might not want that one, I don't know. Yeah, you gotta crawl before you walk, man.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that they're trustable, you know, and all that too, man. So I feel that. And you also mentioned beauty supply store that you own too, right?
Man, Bliss Beauty Supply, that's my newest baby. That's my newest baby. I don't know what to say about Bliss yet, man. It's kind of, whew.
That's a whole different market.
That's a whole, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling you, man, that entrepreneur, I'm finding out, like, because it took me a while to understand, what do I really love? What's really my passion? And I realized I like taking something and making it into something, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's get into a whole nother field, you know what I mean? I think it was a smart move. Yeah.
So what's going on with your label right now? Are you the only artist on there? Do you have other artists as well?
Nah, I got, it's an artist named Eli Cash from LA. Then I got an artist named Backstreet Richie. He's from Louisiana. It's just us three as far as artists.
So what do you look for in an artist if you're gonna add them to the label?
You just gotta vibe with me, man. Like, what artists don't realize is, like, you can't just go to any label. You gotta fit in. It gotta be your tribe. You gotta find your tribe. Like, if you trap, you can't go to a backpack label. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or if you a backpacker, you can't be in a rock star, like the rock label. You know, it's different labels, you know what I'm saying? I hate that artists try to just get in the label and don't understand the dynamics of who's in the label, what's our history. Like, do some research. I'm not just putting you in our label, sitting around us, you know what I'm saying? And as adults, you know what I'm saying, it's already hard because we gotta know each other. Then it's gonna take like maybe 2 months. I'm gonna realize I really don't even like you. You know what I'm saying? So things gotta be more generic, like not generic, what's that, authentic. It gotta be more authentic when it comes to the label. So if you could be your true self, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how you are. Like, I don't care, you don't have to be a certain type of rapper. But I like real people that's not coming around fronting, you know what I'm saying? Just be you, man. If you corny, you corny. If you know what I mean? If you the man, you the man. Like, just be you. That's who I look for. People that's ready to embody themselves and people that can listen. You know what I'm saying? If you could take some criticism, or you'll do good.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. So how do you balance all this? You
That's
got all
crazy.
these businesses, being an artist yourself, taking care of other artists too, man.
I don't know, man. That's why I say I look at people like Yo Gotti. Like if you come visit me at the studio, when I'm there, that's all you see playing all day. Like Yo Gotti, Moneybag, Rick Ross. It's like people that that inspire me. That's who I watch all day long, because I know that they're doing what they're doing on a bigger level, what I'm doing at this level. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to that level. I'm not trying to just be the step ladder for every artist in Atlanta or the world, but I want to get to that level that I could do more. If I wanted to have artists, I could do more for them. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I could do a lot on this level. I could save you a lot of money. I could save you a lot of money, but, buying you Lambos and all that, that's where I'm heading right there. Yeah. That's where I'm heading.
I got you, man. All right, so what can you tell us about this new project you got out right now, man?
Man. So my 5th album, man, Rise of Faseworld. This project's special to me because I shared like a lot of stories that I never shared. It's always been hard for me to tell people too much about me. I'm private, man, so, when my boys used to be like, hey, man, you gotta tell these niggas your story, you gotta tell. I don't be wanting people to know too much about me. And that's why, sometimes this music shit, I be feeling like, man, maybe I should play the background because I don't want you to know too much about me. Some shit I just want to forget myself. So if I'm going to have to keep, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Rise of Faseworld is the storyteller, man. And if you see the cover, I got a crown on, because I'm really big on medieval times. I'm big on that, like their thoughts, how they move, everything about it. I love that shit. And I feel like every day when I step outside, it's a war. And I just gotta figure out my strategy that day, to make it through the day. Now, when I say war, I'm not saying I'm carrying an AK walking down the street. I'm saying my war is different, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the entrepreneur world. It's competition in that, it's war in that, you know what I'm saying? So that's my war now. That's my war now, the entrepreneur world, and I'm fighting to get to the top. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I feel that, man.
Check that album out though, Rise of Faseworld, man.
Yeah, you got a bunch of videos out. Which one are you pushing right now? Like, what's the single that you're pushing at the moment?
People is resonating with my single Jit.
Okay.
Because you could feel the pain, you could feel you could feel it. All my New York niggas is happy. You know what I'm saying? My squad home is like, yes, you finally telling the story. They still want to be relevant. Niggas put in a lot of work, and now they just, falling back, getting into that fall back stage, letting younger people come along, you know what I'm saying? So they still want their stories told. They still want my stories told. So I try to be the mouthpiece, and do it respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Because when you watching other people do the same shit you doing, it's like, man, you talking about that? That's big? What about this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you be wanting to check niggas, but it's I'm learning that it's smarter ways to check people. Like, I'm learning, don't even just talk, just show. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
No, I feel that, man. So have you started on your next project?
Yeah. I'm a workaholic, man. I don't even know how I juggle this shit. I just be inspired, man. Like, I feed my spirit with nothing but positive things. Like, even when I'm on Instagram, I keep a hashtag inspired or inspiration, because I don't want to hear that bullshit right now. I don't want to hear no drama. It's too much going on in my head. Sometimes you could be like on social media and you can like say something and somebody that you ain't even know is offended. You know what I mean? Like, that shit got old, man. So even when I'm feeling like saying some bullshit, I'll post something positive because I'm really pissed off, but I'll be like, you gotta pray just to make it through the day. You know what I mean? I'll just say something because people watch that, fans watch that, people that support you, they'll be like, man, this nigga negative or this nigga a crybaby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna be that guy. So I just try to, if I can't motivate myself, I try to motivate at least the people that's following me and, looking for that shit every morning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I feel that, man. Who are some of the producers you've been working with lately?
Right now, I get a lot. I mess with a lot of producers like off of BeatStars.com. Okay. To be honest with you,
So it all depends. But I've worked with a little bit of everybody. I've even worked with Zaytoven before. I got like 2 productions from Zay. You know what I'm saying? Some of those songs, like I said, you an upcoming artist, so it's shit you got that nobody heard. So I was thinking about actually bringing some of those beats back and putting a different song on them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a clout chaser, you know, like I just do me, you know. But you gotta check in the box. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come on the porch. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to different people, you know what I mean? So you gotta play the game.
Absolutely, yeah. What's your next single or next video you plan to put out?
It's a song called Wine. It's off my album. I got 2 songs with Evander Grimm. He's a big
dope,
artist.
man.
Yeah, Evander is from El Paso. You know, a lot of people might not really know him, but a lot of people do. And he got songs, you know, with the Migos, Gucci, all of them. He be sliding. And he's in LA right now. So that's one of my industry friends, you know what I'm saying? I could always talk to him if I need some advice or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. So what's some of your goals for your music career?
Man, right now, I'm just thinking bigger right now, man. I hate to say this on this interview, but I'm trying to be like a mogul, like a big mogul. At first it was an artist, but it's like I see the big picture, bro. Like I need to go chill with Floyd Mayweather and them. I need to be bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? So my next moves is really along with pushing my music, which is that's my bus. My music is my bus because it's my therapy. And I know how to make money off of it. So I'm not gonna stop doing that. But I do wanna, you know, grow my brand even more, add more artists, add, you know, different genres. I wanna touch everything. Gospel, rock and roll, fucking reggaeton. Like, I look at people, man, these people, Lil Wayne, all these people, I just wanna I want somebody to be able to say, yo, he's that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's my goal right now.
Yeah.
Definitely be a mogul.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
What's been one of the biggest sacrifices you had to make for you to be successful so far?
You mean besides money?
That's a big one too.
Man, I done sacrificed cars. I done sacrificed money. I done been in and out of jail because I'm trying to chase a dream. I done been misled. You know, you got people that tell you what you're supposed to be doing, but never around when your ass in, you know what I mean, in a hole. So I sacrificed it all. This is my life. This is my life. This is why people can't just come to my camp and be playing, because this is my life. I take it serious. If I say be somewhere at 5 o'clock, you need to be there at 5 o'clock. Like, stop playing with me. Like, you want your life to change, so you gotta move different. Just like I have to move different. And if I gotta come back and move you, another adult, I can't do it. I'm good. Can't do it. So that's that. I sacrificed it all to be here, man. Like when I got the beauty supply shop, it was during COVID. Everything was shut down. You know what I'm saying? I took that chance because I'm like, this might be smart because it's products that people are always gonna need, no matter where they at. They wanna look good or they need their hair to grow, different things. It was just a smart move to make, you know what I mean? So we took that chance.
For sure, yeah. All right, so anything else you're working on? I know that's a lot,
Yeah,
man,
it's a
but
lot.
is there anything else you got in the works?
Just these videos, I already shot them, so I'm just releasing them, you know, as time. Like, I don't want to release another video till January, so I have it though already, so I'm just gonna drop it.
I got you. All right. You got any last words for your fans? Any shout outs you'd like to give before we wrap it up here?
Shout out to Shadowbox, shout out to Tisa G, shout out to Christ, my day ones, shout out to Eli Cash, Money Market Records, Backstreet Richie, you already know what it is, it's the market, yeah.
My homie died in my arms, I was a jit, we was just lit. We ain't never fight over no if he would move, I would pick, I was just pissed.